He grabbed me by my waist, pulled me in close, and gave me a big kiss. And then we lived happily ever after. He me in my and grabbed my and in my I'm your daddy.
Don't get me started on BookTok. But don't even get me started on books like this in general. Now listen, this story is a little bit personal for me. Okay, now look, the girl that I was with, my recent ex, she liked reading smut. If you don't know what that is, do not look it up, because if you do, you're gonna have to answer a ton of questions from your parents, so don't look that crap up. But basically, smut is just porn, but in the form of a book. It's just sexual books. That's all it really is. It's just some nasty stuff. I don't know, like, they be getting so descriptive in those books, because, me being with her, I read, like, some paragraphs and some, because I just wanted to see what she was reading. After I read that, bro, I felt like I need a freaking holy water drenched on me. I need to be baptized after what I read, bro. Smut is not for the brave of hearts, bro. Smut is not for the weak of the mind, bro. Like, if you read that stuff, you gotta be mentally strong, because you're not gonna make it through one paragraph. But nah, bro. And like, the people, especially the girls that be reading these books, they be some of the freakiest people. Like, they be having some of the weirdest, most violent fantasies imaginable.
Here are the ground rules. You can punch me, kick me, pull my hair. I am A-OK being stabbed. Biting and scratching are on the table.
If you're a girl, or if any female in your family reads this stuff, try to cleanse their spirit. Try to cleanse them. Try to get them away from it, bro. Like, please, we gotta save the kids, bro. Like, we gotta save this generation. Like, smut is just not. Smut is not it. It's not it. It's nasty. Now the real question is, do you guys read that stuff? Do you guys read smut? Because if you do, you have some explaining to do. Like, if you read that stuff, I'm gonna need an explanation, and I'm gonna need your mama's phone number, because I'm gonna call your mom and tell her what you're doing, because you need help. Like, what would you do if you caught your girl like reading this stuff? Or what would you do if you caught your little sister reading this stuff? Or like your little cousin? What would you do? That's a crazy scenario. I don't know how I would react, bro. Like, I would be like disgusted, but then also at the same time, like, I would be in my mind like, I gotta save her, because I just couldn't let my sister watch or read or look at this crap. I'm trying to save her mental, bro. That's your sister, so that reflects on you too. like, bro, tell me in the comments what you would do if you caught your sister or little cousin reading this stuff. But these TikToks also highlight how quickly these kids are introduced to these like sexual topics, bro. Because a lot of people that read these books or watch these TikToks are young. And especially reading these books, like, you can find these books online or like on freaking Wattpad or whatever. Like, you can find these books really easily, and there's no age verification for it. Like, you could be any age reading this crap, and I can imagine that a lot of little girls are introduced to these topics and these type of mindsets at a really young age because of these books and the ease of access. So it's like, I get that people, sex sells, and I get that people really love sexual topics and all this crap and letting their mind go wild, but then we got to ask ourselves, is it really worth it to be posting this crap? Because it affects the kids. It affects the younger generation, and we're the generation that first had access to the internet, access to all of this information. And, when we just misuse it, which is really easy to do, when we do one little Google search or click on one wrong link or go on one wrong website, it can negatively affect us for the rest of our lives pretty much. So it's like, is it really worth it to be posting these TikToks and to be making these books to get these views, clicks, or if they get money from this crap, I don't know. Is it really worth it to exchange that for the mental health and innocence of these kids in this generation? Like, is that really worth it? And is that fair? Is that right? In my opinion, I don't think it is. I wouldn't want my younger siblings or younger people in my family to look at this crap, but it's kind of like, how do we stop them? If they have a phone at that point, they're gonna be looking at this crap regardless. Like, if they have a phone, they're gonna see it anyway. So it's like, what can you really do? I mean, the best thing that you can do is just not give them a phone. And I know that that's kind of a like controversial topic of giving your kid a phone or not, which is crazy to me. I think that when I have kids eventually, God willing, in the future, I'm not giving them like a smartphone off the jump. Like, I'm gonna give them like a track phone or a minute phone, a phone to where they can only call me, you know, like, because I don't want them to be on the internet, bro, you know. And I know that's a crazy thing to say because the internet is literally our society now, but like, I don't want them to be on the internet because I don't want them to see stuff like this. I don't want them to see stuff like this. I don't want them to, you know, come into contact with this crap and have their mental freaking poisoned by this bull crap, you know? The easiest thing to do is give them a phone and let them go on Coco Melon and freaking crack out and start foaming from the mouth watching Coco Melon like it's LSD to the freaking brain. You know, I can do that easily, but you know, it's harder to not do that and actually be there with your kids and be present 24/7 because kids are freaking draining, you know? But I think it's just better for them in the long run, you know? I think it's just better for their mental health. If you guys be on BookTok, let me know in the comments, but if not, stay away.